Hey y'all, so welcome back to In the Chat with Kat. I'm your girl, the Catherine W, the Catherine Williams, Cat underscore the stylist, like I said the last time, all that good jazz. So today we're going to get right into it because we already know these are unfiltered conversations and this is a non-judgment zone. Like I said, we will definitely side eye, but we're not judging because that ain't what we're doing, right? Like, we all in this together. So happy Sunday for everybody that's joining me. Definitely appreciate it. Appreciate the love. If you haven't already, make sure you visit my YouTube channel, the Catherine William one, not Williams with an S, but William with a one, replacing the S because, YouTube is hard. It's hard out here to get your own tag, right? But we're not gonna let that stop us. So we in there. So today, I definitely cannot wait to get into this topic. We kind of mentioned it in our last show, which, like I said, if you haven't checked it out, definitely check it out because it's about getting started. So if you need that type of motivation right now, it's the beginning of the month. Like, we about to run into the summertime. So whatever it is that you're trying to knock out or you're trying to do and you need some motivation, don't get to that. You need to check that out real quick. But as I was saying, getting into our topic today, it's just one of those things where I keep hearing about it. Like, I kept hearing this phrase on TikTok. I kept seeing people talk about it a lot, especially like in that spiritual space. Like, for those people that end up on the TikTok side of spirituality, this definitely comes up a lot. And it's one of those things where it's like, do you kind of, have this life path, right? And it's like everything is going good. And then you run into somebody and all of a sudden it's kind of like they're living your life. Or maybe you've never even ran into this person, right? Like, maybe you've never ran into this person. But for whatever reason, it feels like they're living your life. And you're in that space of, hi, how is it that I share these things with them, or I'm thinking these things? Because we know the power of the thoughts and the power of the mind and power of the tongue. But how is it I'm sharing these things and now all of a sudden this person is doing what I said I wanted to do, or this person is living the life that I said I wanted for me, right? So, destiny swapping. Not sure if y'all heard of it. Not sure if y'all even know what it is. But it just kept coming up. And then destiny swapping is the belief that one person can take or redirect a person's life path, blessings, or opportunities. Did y'all catch that tea? Chat, did y'all catch that tea? Like, it's often driven by jealousy, insecurities, or spiritual manipulation. So if a person has a belief system to where they can believe that they can do this, this can happen. One of the movies that I think about that comes to mind, like when I think about this, is I'm not sure if I've ever seen it because this is like a really low budget film, but I'm pretty sure y'all can find it on Tubi. But it's Caught Up, or I think that's what it is, Caught Up or whatever. And I think that movie's premise is about destiny swapping. I'm not completely sure because, like I said, this is a new term for me too, so I'm trying to understand it. I'm like, what is everybody talking about? Like, destiny swapping. So most people would describe it as far as like admiration turning into obsession, or like someone copying your style, ideals of like personality, or people close to you like allegedly sabotaging or redirecting your opportunities. And like, it could be like maybe friends and even family, right? Even family who appear supportive may be in like a secret competition, or they try to block your progress. Is that sounding familiar to anybody? Is anybody experiencing this or have experienced this? Like, I want to get into it. Because, like, for me, I feel like I could see it and I understand this term. Have I ever experienced it? I don't feel like I have. But at the same time, I could see in certain situations where this may have happened, right? So it's not one of those things where I want to overlook. Like, I definitely want to bring this to the chat because I want to know, have y'all ever experienced destiny swapping? And then the other thing that we want to talk about was like one of those things of, have you ever felt like you're living a life that's not yours? Like, I don't care if it's a bad life or a good life or in between life, but it's one of those things where you like sitting with your thoughts, your ideas, or just even your situation and circumstances, and you're like, this can't be my life. And I'm not saying good, bad, or different. I'm just saying, like, you've just really sat and felt like, this ain't my life. Now, let's go towards the latter, right? What if you're living a really, really good life, right? Like, you have a damn good life. Your life is so good that you sit with yourself, or you maybe even confide it to somebody, that this doesn't feel real. Like, what is it that I'm feeling that's making me feel like this isn't supposed to be happening for me or to me? Chat, I want to hear from you. Don't be silent. This isn't the place to be silent. This is a place to let us know in the chat. Type and let me know, like, what y'all thinking about these two things? Like, we have destiny swapping on one hand and imposter syndrome. Those two could be the furthest things from each other, but at the same time, they low-key kind of go hand in hand. Tell me what y'all think. Because I'm going to see, and I thought I was going to go see it earlier. Like, I thought I was going to try to go see it Saturday, but I did not get a chance to. But I am going to see The Devil Wears Prada 2 tonight. And one of my favorite movies, the first one, right? The Devil Wears Prada. Because, baby, Miranda Presley had the girls on 10. She was not playing. She was definitely in her destiny. Now, the characters, Andrea, and I'm going to have to try to, because I can't remember the cast all of a sudden. So we're going to see, I can't think of, I remember Andrea because that name. I hate when iPhone be doing the most, y'all. I really do. Because, like, iPhone, baby, I did not sign up for this to be doing all of this. But needless to say, going through my notes, and going back to, I will say, destiny swapping, right? A lot of people believe that it's motivated by people dissatisfied with their life, which is why I said the imposter syndrome. Because this is the other question. Now, this is the real tea in the question. Have you ever met someone and it seemed like everything you said you were going to do, all of a sudden now they want to do it, right? All of a sudden they're into photography. All of a sudden they're into writing books. All of a sudden they're into horseback riding. Like, you say, I'm going to do this. Oh, I'm going to do this too. I've been thinking about doing that. And this is the part where you can catch if it's some type of imposter syndrome or if it's attached to some type of destiny swapping with you. If they do not try to include you, I feel like, because mind you, they're having this conversation with you. They're saying, yeah, I think I'm going to start back going fishing, or I want to start fishing. Typically, it comes in the realm of you and them having a conversation about what you said you were going to do. So now all of a sudden, I want to get into fishing. You want to get into fishing. But you not inviting me. A little competitive. I'm just going to say. And then there's this desire to be better, for a better life, right? A lot of people desire a better life, and then some people are just comfortable and cool with life. Like, that's the part too we all have to start realizing is some people out here, excuse me, some people out here, they don't want no better. They don't want a better life. They don't want a better opportunity. They are like really stagnant and comfortable. Like, that is a real term. Once you get up there in age, you'll start looking around, like, especially if you're one of those people that's a go-getter, you're self-motivated, and nothing is ever just, you're not satisfied, which to me is a good thing. You don't want to get to a space to where you're satisfied with nothing. You want to keep striving until you have the things that you said you want to do or you sought out to do in this world. Right? You only get one life to live. And they tell me you live it a million times until you get it right. Anybody told me that. It just sounded good. But that's what I'm thinking, right? Because people say they believe in reincarnation. So if we reincarnated, we're coming back over and over and over and over again. And if you're coming back over and over and over again, and you not changing the course of your life, like if you come back every time and you're poor, like, at some point in life, you have to come back and touch the money. But going into the space of, too, it's sometimes in their belief systems. You know, a lot of people have these weird belief systems when it comes to them. They believe in witchcraft. They believe in, like, all kind of other things. And so in that capacity, they believe that if I do this, then that'll prevent this person from achieving this before I can achieve it. So I can say that, okay, I'm the person that was doing X, Y, and Z. And that, to me, takes over that destiny swapping to that imposter syndrome. Because in true reality, right, I'm the believer of what's for me is for me. So if someone can swap out what's for me and they take it, they're an imposter. Because it's not going to feel the same. It's not going to be as fulfilling. And that's why a lot of times, like, when you have a homeboy who becomes a barber, then you become a barber. But you're not really even interested in the barbering. What happens to the one that ain't got the heart? When stuff start getting real, guess what? They ready to quit. Because it was never meant for them. That's the imposter part. When it's not really your thing, or it's not really for you, or it's not your calling, you don't have the same effect. Or I will say, it's not going to affect you if it doesn't work. Or even if you do get a little success from it, that's pretty much all you wanted, is to say that you did it. Because you're an imposter. So, going back into the imposter syndrome, when I was reading about imposter syndrome, I want to make sure, baby, I got notes, because like I said, I didn't know a lot about these things, but it definitely was saying that an imposter is a fraud, right? So you got your frauds out here. We got some frauds that we live amongst, and it's like what it looks like when you're around someone with imposter syndrome. And this is the thing too, these are some stats. So up to 82% of people experience that at some point. So up to 82% of people experience being an imposter. And I'm going to tell y'all when I was one. When I called myself trying to be a gardener. Thought I had a green thumb. No, I didn't. Wanted to try to have one. But baby, gardening was just not for me. It's too much patience. It's too much. I'm definitely, I like the process, but not the process of being in the garden, being in the heat, waiting a year annually for things to grow, or 6 weeks. And then every day I'm committed to having to water and do some type of maintenance to this thing. I definitely prefer, let me plant you and keep it moving. So ferns are my fave because to me, they add a tropical look and they don't require a lot of maintenance. But I was in a whole imposter thinking I was about to grow something on this porch, y'all. A whole imposter. Because who you think you're supposed to be? Tried it. Didn't like it. Couldn't succeed. Dropped out. But what it looks like, do you downplay your wins? Like when you do have a small piece of success or something really goes in your favor or things really work out for you, do you downplay it? Like, especially when you're sharing it with people that's important to you. Do you make it seem like, oh, well, I just graduated? What you mean? Oh, I would just... That's some shit to brag about, baby. Put your chest out and let them know. Like, oh, girl, big degree. Baby, what's up? Big degree. I don't care if it's a damn associate's. Big degree up. Period. Period. And then do you feel comfortable or uncomfortable being praised? Like when someone's telling you, like, that's what's up, I love that for you. Da, da, da. Or you one of those people like, oh, stop. Why? You don't think you're worthy of praise? Like you accomplished something that it takes a lot of people a lot to do, or that some people sought out to do and they don't even get to do it or complete it. So I feel proud of that. I don't care if you have your HVAC license or certification. You did that shit. Period. And then it says, do you think everyone else is more qualified than you? Do you look around a lot and be like, I don't know how I'm here in this space. Like these people have way more going on from them than me. That's the craziest part to me about judging people in situations and circumstances. You really don't know what the hell people got going on. Because nobody will ever tell you all their business. Anybody gonna tell you, oh girl, yeah, my car just got repoed. And they posted online a brand new car? Ain't gonna tell you they just got evicted when they posted their brand new keys to their new apartment. They're not gonna tell you they lost 3 kids to CPS and they ain't coming out pregnant. Why would they tell you that? That ain't your business, and you ain't helping them pay bills. So just keep that in mind when you're out here comparing yourself, because I truly believe what was it Thurgood? What's his name? One of our presidents said comparison is the greatest thief of joy, and that is so true. So true. And then it said, do you fear being found out? So are you one of those people where it's just like, because a lot of people tell you too in this world, this social platform world, like if you start a podcast, if you start a radio show, you start a TV show, don't try to don't ask your friends and family to support you. So then they go into this space to where now they have this crazy success. And when people, their family and friends see them and they like stumble across this success, they're like, why you ain't tell nobody you got like all these subscribers? And da-da-da-da-da. So now you're like, oh man, they done found out about it. But why? They found it. So let them enjoy it. And it gets to a space to where you're winning on the outside, but you're questioning everything inside of you. Like, have you been there? Because that's a real question. And I think, too, what makes this really dangerous, like a dangerous syndrome, is that the mental and emotional toll that it's playing on you, because you're the only one that know about it, because at the end of the day, you're an imposter. You wouldn't be an imposter if you wouldn't tell people, like, I don't start that business because I knew it was making money. You're not an imposter, you just hustle in that case. So, it's an anxiety. It's some depression that comes with that, because I think the biggest thing is when you go through that identity crisis. Trying to figure out who you are and who you want to be in this world is crazy. I had another question on the podcast that I did with a friend, and I can pose this to women and men. Who were you, or who did you want to be before the world told you who to be? Leave it in the chat. I really want to know from you guys. Like, who would you be, or who do you want to be without the world's influence. Sit with it, chat it to me. And like I told y'all last time, if you're shy, hop in my DMs so we can share it with everybody. Because this isn't that space where I do all the talking. So, obviously, with being an imposter, you burn out. You will burn out. And you will burn out because I don't think anyone can be someone else all the time. And if you can't, you damn good. And you need to be on somebody's screen, baby. Because that's good. That's good. And that's real good stuff right there. And then that's the thing, too. In that space, confidence isn't a problem. It's the conditioning. It's conditioning themselves to see themselves for who they are and being who they want to be unapologetically. That's the space I'm in right now. I have a birthday coming up in a few months. Super excited about it. And I just want to make sure that I'm not leaving anything on the table. Right? Like I said, we only get one life to live. When I come back, if I come back reincarnated, I won't even know about this version of that life. So I must do everything I can in this version of this life to really feel like, okay, I was here. That's Beyonce. And then that's the reality too. You're not really an imposter. You're just uncomfortable being and feeling empowered. And I know that's hard for a lot of people. But when I worked at Home Depot for like 7 years of my life, one of the things that they really structured the company around was being and feeling empowered as an associate. So now anywhere I go, I'm always asking during an interview, like, do you empower your employees? How do you empower your employees? So if I can ask a company that, why not ask myself that? So ask yourself, how am I empowering myself to be me, to live the way I want to live, to do the things that I want to do, and to accomplish the goals that I seek? So I really hope you guys enjoyed that conversation, because I did. And like I said, please don't be shy, y'all. Please do not be shy. Because this is the purpose of the chat. I would not be here just talking to myself. Because if this is the case, I can be in my real group chat with my homegirls. And asking them, like, what y'all think about Destiny Swapping? What y'all think about imposter syndrome? Have y'all ever experienced that? And they gonna respond and be like, girl, what you talking about? What are you talking about, Kat? But needless to say, as I stated earlier, if you did not get an opportunity to check out last week, make sure you do that like now. And another thing, subscribe. So that way when these things go live, you can have full access and first access. On next week's show, I will be doing a giveaway. So you definitely want to tune in, because only those that hear this will know about the giveaway. I will let you know on In the Chat Instagram, In the Chat with Kat, and that's In the Chat WCat, not the whole with WITH, but In the Chat WCat. I will let you guys know how you can participate in that giveaway. But make sure you subscribe to my Instagram, and if you're not following me on TikTok, please do. It's the Catherine W. or the Catherine Williams. I don't even remember, y'all. It's so many platforms. I'm over it, to be honest with you. I'm over all of it. But another thing, too, before I let you guys go, or before I hop out the chat, is make sure you ask yourself that question. And for those that did tune in, make sure you respond to the first question from last week.